all you geek enthusiasts and nerd aficionados. Welcome to MaliceCast episode 11. While the Mest is away, we'll have a fun hashtag. Hey, we're having a lot of fun. We got our normal host is on vacation, so we are taking over the asylum today, and we've got a lot of great stuff for you planned. So we're going to go over our agenda, and then we're going to jump in and see who's on the cast. So we are going to have our normal nerd news, of course. We'll talk our nerd fight of the week for this week, which was, man, help me out.
What's up, everybody?
The villain you love or love to hate.
I got all kinds of stuff going on in my brain right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel beat up like Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly from Step Brothers getting beat up by a bunch of middle schoolers, having to lick a white dog turd. True story. When you try to play kickball with a bunch of kids and you're this old, it doesn't go well. Yeah, we're going to have our nerd fight results, best CW villain. We're then going to roll into our main topic of the show, which is really talking all about women in TV and film. So we're going to talk our favorite superhero women. We're going to talk a little Wonder Woman. We're going to talk about what movie do we want to see next. And then we're going to roll into our new nerd fight poll for the week, which is the best female actress portraying a hero or villain role in comic media. So we're going to roll right into that. And then we're going to finish off with a little bit of thank yous and plugging some of our, some of the things that we want to see next and some of the things that are coming up. So that is the plan for the show. And I want to just go around the room and introduce everybody to you. Of course, I'm BCON, your normal co-host. And co-hosting with me for the next 3 weeks is the BigPapaMatt.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Player.
Hey.
All right.
Finger guns.
Also on the cast with us is SuperWhovianFreak.
What up?
We can't have a show talking about women without actually having a woman on the show. So thank you so much for joining us, Super.
Yeah.
We are happy to have you. All right. We also have back from hiatus. He hasn't been with us in a while. We actually got a couple people who haven't been with us for a while, but we do have our editor-in-chief, NudieRudie.
How's it going, everybody? Good to see you.
Thank goodness he's not nude today. I appreciate
that. He is fully clothed, people. We also have joining us, you may remember him from a few casts ago.
Gosh.
We do have Mr. Igor with us.
Look, I am.
Good to have you back, Igor. And then, of course, on the ones and twos, producing the show, Mr. Jack Malice.
Yep, looking for all the twos that accidentally slide into the bit stream, Get a 2 in that 1 and 0 mix. It just messes everything up.
It's mainly because NudieRudie is on and we have to watch his nudity. So that's what I'm doing here.
Gotta keep it safe for the kids. Hey, if you're out there in the chat land, give us a holler. We've got some folks that are keeping an eye on it. Glad that you joined us. We had an awesome week, lots of engagement. We had some cool things happen. We reached over 100 subscribers this week. So thank you all so very much for that. We love you. Couldn't do it without you. We probably could, but we really wouldn't want to. It would be super boring. So you may see a little scroller up above listing names of those of you who have subscribed to the channel and who have your sharing permissions open. So we're so glad to have you. Yeah, who are allowing the private
sharing permissions.
I'm stuck in Google Docs mode. My nerd is showing now. So let's jump right into nerd news for the week. And with that, we're going to kick it off to BigPapaMatt, who's got some video game stuff for us.
Yeah, man. As we get closer and closer to E3 this year, the news just keeps on rolling. So all the big studios, everybody like that right now, is releasing bigger and bigger things. So right now, one of the big news stories is Oculus isn't even going to show up to E3 this year. Pretty crazy considering VR is growing. It's doing a lot of things right now. But what's really interesting about this is they've been at the show almost 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row now, and for them not to even show up is pretty wild, pretty crazy. So, have any of you guys on the panel actually experienced the Oculus VR by any means, anything like that?
That would be a big negative here.
I've used the Samsung Gear VR stuff, but never the Oculus yet. But the Samsung VR is pretty sweet, but I haven't experienced the Oculus yet.
Gotcha. Well, what's really cool, it's a different experience. And the big thing with this is not a system that you can, like a PlayStation or anything like that, where you can show off gameplay footage and that's what you're going to experience. With the VR, you really need to be in that headset. You really need to be going on and seeing what's there to feel that kind of stuff. So it's pretty surprising that they're not going to be on the showroom floor at all. So I'm kind of blown away by that news. The other stuff right now is we got the follow-up to I Am Setsuna. This is a Tokyo RPG Factory. They came out with Lost Fear. Gorgeous, overly styled type of gameplay from this company. And it's very similar to what I Am Setsuna was. But looking forward to the sequel from those guys because technically they're just a factory pumping out RPGs, which is going to be really cool, man. I'm really excited to see what those guys have got for us as well. Looks like someone's mic is running hot. I'm just going to say that because I feel
sorry about that. Mike, I'm pretty sure it's you. Can you check and make sure if you're watching the stream that you mute the stream volume because it's feedbacking into your mic, please.
You rock.
And that's why we have somebody on the ones and twos.
Absolutely. And these are the kind of things that happen when Mest is not here. So he will have a good laugh as to watching us all try to figure this thing out without him. So appreciate you guys.
For once, we're not trying to clean up his mests. We're cleaning up our own.
Absolutely. So the big news, though, is coming from Nintendo. So Nintendo is really coming big right now. They actually have been notorious for the last few years to drop a lot of news from their live streams, their Nintendo Directs, and not really have as huge of a showing actually at the E3 show itself. And before the show, we're 2 weeks out, and they dropped some really heavy stuff on us. So their first thing is actually drop their online pricing. So to actually play on a Switch at the start of 2018, you're going to have to either pay a 1 month, a 3 month, or a full year subscription. So it's going to be for 1 month, it's going to be $4. For 3 months, it's going to be $8. And for a full year, $20 to do that. So this is actually Nintendo's first time that they're going to have any type of paid for service like this on their consoles. So and what do you guys think of that pricing and things like that? I mean, do you guys have a Switch at all? Is anybody else playing that besides me?
I just wish Sony had those prices.
Yeah, I don't have a Switch yet. Obviously I pay for Xbox Live, which is much more expensive than that. So I think as far as price point goes, that's not bad.
It's not.
I'm wondering, does it come with any other perks? Does it come with like discounts at the store or anything like that?
So here's why this is actually going to be a steal of an online service, I think, because what Nintendo's offering from some of these other online services. So if you have PlayStation Plus, if you have the Xbox Gold memberships, things like that, you usually get a free game or a couple free games a month. What Nintendo's actually going to do is they're actually turning this into a Netflix style kind of service with their retro games. We're going to be able to play a ton of different games for free and unlimited amount of times for that service charge, as well as you're going to be getting all of your phone, your group chats, things like that, a voicing service as well through a mobile app that they're going to have. So it's actually going to be really, really cool, especially for that price. I mean, $20 a year for all those features, and basically really it's going to be a Netflix for games for your Nintendo, where you're going to be able to stream a bunch of old content that's going to have a growing library every single month that they're out. So I think that's actually going to be really cool. And that's a ton of value for that system. It really is going to be nice to have that, especially when you're on the move with the Switch.
That's really sweet. Yeah, that's really sweet.
Yeah, so I'm
Shiny.
excited. I'm hoping that is not just like introductory fees. Like they're not going to hook us like DirecTV and be like, we got you for that first month, and now we're going to charge you $100. You know.
Well, speaking of games, really quick, we got some comments from the chat room. First off, Rob's ticked off that you guys stole his gaming partner, his video game partner, i.e. me. So he's like, hey, when's Jack going to go back to playing video games? But on the topic, Marley Ba also says that shots fired. I'm only assuming that she's talking about cleaning up mess comment. But then she also goes on to say that she likes the price point, she'd pay it. And she follows on with, heck, I definitely pay for that, even if they bump it up for all the retro games. So
Absolutely.
They chat room's finding it a value.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Marley, I think that's a huge point, man. For those types of games, especially for that type of a library that we're looking to get, they're not going to drop with a ton of games out first. I had them pulled up a little bit, but nothing wild, nothing crazy. You know, they're dropping with like Mario Brothers 3, Dr. Mario, Balloon Fight, and a couple other NES games to start off with. But even then, like Super Mario Brothers 3, I mean, if you already got a Switch in the house, you've got young kids, you got other people that want to play a system like that. How easy to put something like that in someone's hands and say, here, play Super Mario Brothers 3 that you remember from your childhood, and that'll automatically get people engaged and wanting to play that system. So I think that's
nostalgia.
Well, see, that's been Nintendo's saving grace for a long time. They had a lot of problems with game catalog with their last system, but everybody kept coming back to them because they kept cranking out the nostalgic games and holding on to their characters. So, and if you can get your hands on and you don't have any of the problems like the PlayStation 3 did and 4 did with compatibility with old games, that's a huge win-win for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So moving on from that, so we got a couple of new pieces. So getting out of that nostalgia, which Nintendo does so well, they actually filed a new patent for a Mario Kart theme park at Universal Studios. So this has actually been in the works. I should say the Nintendo theme park has been in the works, but what they actually filed for was a Mario Kart basically ride.
Like an experience, yeah.
An experience, which I think is going to be pretty cool. I hope it's not like the old like Road 66 experience like where you're on a track. But man, if they give me anything to throw at somebody, I'm gonna be excited. That's all I gotta say. Like, give me a turtle shell, give me banana peel, I will throw that all day. Absolutely. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool, man. If that can be anything, you know, what I'm kind of hoping for is just maybe like a virtual reality style, a 3D ride, maybe something like that, where you are on a rail system, obviously, but it's a point system. You get points for hitting people around you, items flying at you, things like that. I think it'd be kind of a cool system. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas of maybe a ride that you would like to see at this new Nintendo theme park?
I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. That would be amazing. They can already kind of do it with the Switch. You know, just make it bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, you have these rides now, like Disneyland, things like that, where you already kind of have like a game system going on, where you, like a Buzz Lightyear ride, things like that, where you can shoot items. I wonder how they could maybe turn that into something Mario Kart wise to really have a little bit more interactive experience and something like that, which would be cool.
I think you got to have the Donkey Kong Country rail kart ride.
There
right?
you go.
I wanna-
Donkey Kart Country. Hell yeah.
Which is easy to do.
Kind of a ride where they do the duck hunt and we get to shoot at the dog.
Oh, yes.
Dog, please.
Oh, and then Nick, actually, my guy right here, my fact checker, I love me some Nick Bradford, everybody. He actually said it. There was a report that it is going to be a virtual experience like that, like I described. So that'll be awesome. That'll be really cool then.
Yes, it will.
Nice.
Yeah, just have the Joy-Cons chained to the chair, you know, so nobody walks off with them. Yeah.
All right, absolutely. But you never, I mean, this could be Nintendo's, you know, this for their first foray into like a VR experience, even, you know, talking about VR technology really trying to hit the mainstream right now. I mean, if anybody has got it, I mean, Nintendo did a really good job with the Wiimotes, the Wii, all those different types of little kind of what people thought were gimmicky items for gaming. They really turned it into something huge and put it in every single household. So I'm interested to see what they've got. And then last but not least, once again, more Nintendo news, if you will, ARMS. So ARMS is going to be a brand new IP from Nintendo. They're actually doing a global demo this weekend. So they actually had one last weekend. So there is footage of this game out right now. It looks pretty wild. Looks very, very Nintendo, if you will. But what's the big thing here is you're going to be able to go and play the demo right now. So if you've got the Switch, anything like that, you can go download the demo right now. But what's cool is they're actually opening up to a whole online experience. So you're actually gonna be able to play people online. And it's actually only going to be for certain hours every single day. So if you go to Nintendo.com, /news/global test punch. Or just go to their site. You can find it all there under their arms page. You can get all the dates, everything like that. It's going to be open for about on June 2nd. So today they had one at 5 Pacific. The 3rd, they're going to have one at 5 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. And then on the June 4th, they're going to have a 5 a.m. and an 11 a.m. So each one of those windows will be for an hour each time, where you're going to be able to team up with people. So it's kind of cool. I think Nintendo's, they're doing something a little different here. Obviously, they've had the Punch-Out series for a really long time. But I think what they're going to do here is they're going to kind of take it into Splatoon, over-the-top, crazy, stylized version of that, where you've got basically slinky arms people boxing with each other. So it looks pretty cool. It looks very unique. It's very Nintendo. And from the gameplay footage I've seen, they have like a survival mode that's kind of like a Royal Rumble style, if you will. They have a 2-on-2, they have a 2-versus-1, and a 1v1 system as well. So there's going to be a lot of different options to have a lot of different play. So that's really all I've got for video game news right now. Like I said, it's coming in fast. It's coming in hot. Check out everything you can from your favorite sites. E3's coming up. But last but not least, one of the rumors I hear, Brian, BCON, myself, is Top Gun's getting a sequel, dude. Did you hear about this? Top Gun Maverick. Tom Cruise has confirmed
tell me more.
This is pretty wild. First of all, I am not a Top Gun fan at all, but the fact that they're going for a sequel, all I want to see is Fat Val Kilmer get into a plane again. I want to see me, the Iceman, get in there. We're gonna call him more the Snowman, but I'm looking
Ice Cream Man.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I think the thing about Top Gun, and I am a fan of Top Gun. I'm not a fan, to admit, of many Tom Cruise movies, but old school Top Gun, man, I love it. And this thing has been rumored for, I swear to God, like 30 years. Like since the first one came out, everybody's like, when's the sequel coming out? When's the sequel coming out? And they've teased it for so long that I don't know. And I if they're going with the kind of the topic that they've been talking about with it, which is really bringing in drone warfare and kind of some of that, bringing it really into the 21st century. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. The one thing I'm skeptical about is I do like the original movie, and you know what happens when they come out with sequels. Most of the time, a sequel ruins what you had in the original.
It kills that nostalgia a little bit for sure. I'll have to agree with you on that.
We got some comments really quick from the chat channel that I have to share real fast.
Absolutely.
Marley Ball wants to know where she can get a ticket. She's all in for the Top Gun sequel. But we got Jeremiah just joined us, and all he can say is, yes, Fat Val Kilmer with lots of exclamation marks. So I don't know.
Well, if it's going to drone warfare, it'll be a lot more realistic for him to be sitting behind a desk playing with drones and on a plane, right? But what I really heard, so this is the rumor that and you guys heard it right here first on Malice-Corp livecast, is it was because Kenny Loggins was finally available. I heard they couldn't do the sequel, so Kenny was ready to make the
oh my God.
I'm totally kidding. Totally kidding.
Eric is saying something about Val Kilmer being fluffy instead of being fat.
Fluffy. Yes. All right. So keep it PC.
You got it, Gabriel Iglesias.
All right, I'm going to run through a bunch of different movie news. We're going to go real quick through this so we can move on to our next segment. But if I do get to something that you're like, oh my gosh, I got to talk about it, please interrupt me. You're going to do it anyway. So
that same goes for the chat channel. If you got something to say, scream it out and let us know.
Because, Jeepers Creepers 4 was announced. The third one hasn't even come out yet, but the fourth one has been announced.
That was my question.
Big thumbs down on me.
I was about to say, I didn't know a third one was out.
Yeah. In more exciting news, Steven Spielberg's Animaniacs is going to have new episodes, which most of us grew up watching, so I'm nerding out on that. I can't wait.
Could be good, could be bad.
I've been accused several times of naming my daughter Dot specifically because of that TV show. She was named after her grandmother.
But there's good benefits. There's good perks of being Dot.
Absolutely.
But before you go on, Jeremiah wants to throw another comment in there. I guess he's when you're talking about the drones and Val Kilmer being at the desk flying the drones, he says, yes, asleep with a bucket of chicken in his lap.
I can see him getting locked out of his computer. Yes.
That'd be awesome.
In other news, Slenderman movie has casting and a release date, May 18th, 2018. That came out. We have Adam Wingard to direct Godzilla versus Kong, so MonsterVerse.
That could be cool.
Yes, I'm so happy for the MonsterVerse to come full throttle here, man. I'm super stoked.
You know, it'd be great to have MonsterVerse back and not have just Pacific Rim. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
the newest Kong was awesome. Skull Island was great.
It absolutely was. It was a great Kong movie, and Godzilla before that was a great flick. So, I think the bringing those two together on screen, man, that's going to be nerd-tastic for sure.
It's what the theater was created for, man.
Absolutely. You have to have a screen big enough. So
yeah.
In other movie news, we had Doug Liman he dropped out of Justice League Dark, which I know BigPapaMatt is a little bit terrified about because that's got so many characters near and dear to his heart.
Well, just like Nick was actually talking about on the chat channel, there was a sequel to Edge of Tomorrow coming out with Tom Cruise, and Doug Liman, the guy who was set to direct the Justice League Dark film, he was going to be now he's going to go back and direct Edge of Tomorrow 2 with Cruise, which was one of his original pieces. So bittersweet for sure. What I'm hoping more than anything is it just puts it on a delay rather than them maybe having to rework everything, stuff like that.
We do have go ahead.
What before I let you keep going, we've got another comment from Jeremiah. He says, yes, Goodfellas, but I think he means good feathers. Isn't that the bit from Animaniacs? The good feathers?
The good feathers.
Yep. And then Nick dropped a hello nurse on us.
Yes. Yes. Let's see. So we have Zack Snyder also stepping away from JLA. We learned that this week. And in all seriousness, our best wishes to him and his family. Just going through a lot there. And the good news, I think, for us is that most of the production and the filming is done. They are going to be refilming a few scenes and then kind of putting it all together. And Joss Whedon is taking over, finalizing that project. So I think it's in good hands. We're hoping for the best, but definitely our thoughts go out to the Snyder family. So on that one,
absolutely.
Yeah, we have some New Mutants news as well. So we have Henry Zaga cast as Sunspot. We also have Charlie Heaton from Stranger Things is in talks to play Cannonball in New Mutants as well. So we do have some news with that.
Awesome.
Hey man, get the young cast. Like that's what New Mutants is about. Is having some newer, younger actors, younger mutants that aren't around like that. That's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, and he was awesome in Stranger Things. So
absolutely.
Yeah, that's good.
I can't wait for Stranger Things 2. To be honest.
Me neither. Me neither. Needs to come.
Binge watch
right now. Definitely.
So that's coming up. We also have and I didn't know this wasn't even on my radar, but it's kind of cool because we are going to be talking about women in film today. So we have Silver Sable and Black Cat movie has a new name. The name of that movie is going to be Silver and Black. It's also being directed by It's also being directed by Gina Prince Bythewood, who was the director of The Secret Life of Bees. So really cool because you have a movie that is based on female characters being directed by a female. I'm excited for it. Sony's trying to kind of bring in that Spider-Man universe with some of those characters. So it's interesting to see what they're going to do with that. And last but not least, I have just wanted to throw out that everybody knows how much I love the Netflix Marvel bromance. And Punisher is rumored to be released in November of this year. Funny story that was going around that the director accidentally released on an interview that she was doing, released that one of the episodes was going to be filming or airing in November. So we got some news out of that. Netflix hasn't confirmed it just yet, but there are all kinds of sources out there that are saying it is going to be in November. So super excited about that because, dude, Frank Castle in the last Daredevil, Daredevil 2, man, he absolutely brought it on that series. So super excited to see what they're going to do with him getting his own series there.
Yeah, that's exciting. I'm really a big fan of that actor too, so it's good to hear that he's finally going to get his solo piece on really a job well done. That was awesome.
Absolutely. And of course, so that'll come out after Defenders, since Defenders is coming out here in August. So let's go ahead and move on to our next segment. So we had a nerd fight this week. We have a nerd fight every week, but this week was, man, it was pretty dang epic. I'm gonna let Jack Malice run down where we currently stand. You can still vote until midnight Pacific time. So if you haven't got your votes in today, you absolutely can still go and vote. But we'll let Jack kind of run down where we're at in the standings.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a really epic battle. I mean, we had I was having moments of just heart palpitations. But to go through it real quick, right now in first place is Arthur Ketch. Oh, real quick, the question was, who is your favorite? Who do you love? What villain did you love? What villain do you love to hate? Which villain do you just hate from CW's battery of villains for 2017? Our leader right now with 847 votes is Arthur Ketch, David Hayden Jones. And then in second place was my off-color joke, the Supernatural writers from Supernatural, with 815 votes. Coming in at third is going to be Malcolm Merlin from, John Barrowman. Everybody loves him. I'm shocked and awed. The man crashed our site within like the first 2 weeks of us being in existence when we had him on last time. Then Adrian Chase, aka Prometheus from Arrow. Josh Segura is in fourth with 115. Then we got Deathstroke, Manu Bennett with 59. Then we had Eobard Thawne. I can't talk now. Matt Letcher with 42. And then in last place, very sad about this one, Killer Frost, Danielle Panabaker. That upsets me. That hurts.
Yeah, she deserves so much better.
She does.
But she is the villain that you love to love. I mean,
yeah,
you hate the fact that she is a villain, and you just want her to come back into the fold.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just want her to come home.
True story. Although if I get to see her do the whole ice surfing thing more, I'm totally down for that. That was an amazing part of that show.
Iceman from Saturday morning cartoons, man.
Totally.
Yeah, for sure.
So get your votes in. That is going to set us up for the nerd fight picks. So it looks like SuperWhovianFreak might be picking first, and then looks like we're gonna get a fan vote, right? Is that how that's gonna work for the SPN writers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we're Twitter vote. Twitter vote.
Yeah, we got a Twitter vote out there. So we've actually been scrounging around to get some ideas of who the fans would like to see, and I think we actually have a few names. So we'll get to that at the end of the show. You in the chat channel be thinking about which actress in comic book media would you like to pick that is your favorite hero or villain. So tons of them. I can
drop you the order real quick when we get to it, but right now as it stands, second first, then we have our Twitter pick, and then we have BCON, and then we have the BigPapaMatt, then we have Mike, Pete, and the chat channel, and then my pick if I decide I want to throw one out there.
And I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a serious pick this time. So because the SPN writers was totally a joke, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I love how much it's taken off this week.
It blew up, man. Like we got so much positive response to that on Reddit, on Twitter, on Facebook. I mean, just everywhere. People were like, yes, finally the real villains have been revealed, and we get to just show how much that we're upset, and it like gave them a voice and a way to vent their frustrations in a healthy manner.
Yes. One of the things I loved is I was on some other Reddit pages like Flash and Arrow, and we were talking about this kind of same thing, and how much I got to see people specifically in the Arrow Reddit pages talking about how much they love how the writers of Arrow continuously keep continuity in play for that show, as opposed to what we see from other shows like Supernatural, unfortunately.
Every
I
now
had
and
to weigh in
again.
there really quick. The Flash writers do an excellent job of keeping continuity and holding things
Yes.
together.
Yes.
I think Supernatural's big problem now is since they lost their main writer, they've been bringing in all these little writing teams to fill in and do episodes, and that's what's killing them. And
Yeah.
whoever's got the dog barking in the background, please mute your mic.
We do love dogs here at Malice-Corp. I do want you to know that.
We're a dog-friendly area, but
Absolutely.
a little distracting sometimes.
I got a video that's going to come out where I'm with my dog, so that's a true story. One of the things that I think to just kind of add on to this conversation though about the writers is the other challenge that Supernatural has is that they're going to be going into their 13th season now.
Exactly. 13th season.
Yeah.
Yes.
They've got 12 seasons of content with 22 episodes per season.
It's
They've got
a lot.
It's monumental.
Content to deal with, whereas Flash only has 3 seasons right now. You're talking about 69 episodes. And
Well, you also got to throw out there too the fact that Supernatural came from nothing. It didn't have any source material to build
Right.
from.
Nope.
It's its own
Nothing.
mythos. So
Yeah.
when I'm cracking on them, it's not because they don't think they have. I think they have an easy job. They have an extremely hard job.
absolutely.
What we're cracking on them is they're professional writers and they're putting huge plot holes in themselves, and they're not holding any kind of continuity. They're not working together well.
Yeah.
They're not talking to each other. It's like they don't have a writer's room, and they're not pinging each other. And on top of that, they're taking well-loved characters and killing them off scene, off screen, and calling that good.
Yeah, I feel like I wonder if they even watch their own show. That's what I get out of looking
Most
at
of
that
them,
scene.
most of them do. There are 2 writers here that we all know who I'm talking about that do not, and they don't. They watch their own episodes because the only episodes they ever reference are their own episodes. And they have like their own canon. There's the Supernatural canon, and then there's the canon of Buck Lemmings, and they are 2 completely different things. And so you do have to wonder sometimes why.
Absolutely. So that was we could talk about that as a whole show in and of itself, but that was our nerd fight for the week, and we're going to jump right into the main topic this evening, and that is women in TV and film. So we'll kick it off with the only person on this panel so far that's seen the movie. I'm going to go watch it tomorrow morning. Wonder Woman, of course, just came out last night. BigPapaMatt, talk to us.
Yeah, buddy.
Show us that beard.
So man, was it good. Huge fan. So if you guys haven't, I'm gonna shameless plug Nerd Mosh Pit right now because I constantly complain about tired of seeing origin stories. I'm tired of the same origin story hero movie. Thank God for Wonder Woman is all I gotta say, because it did a phenomenal job with it. Patty Jenkins, I didn't know she was so good at home plate with the Louisville Slugger because she absolutely hit a home run. I'm a huge fan of everything she did with this film. I think Gal Gadot as well did a phenomenal job portraying Diana Prince in this. And wow. If you guys have not seen this, please go out, catch a film, catch a show.
You're telling me that I'm going to get past the fact that she's not a 6'2" Amazonian battle queen.
Well, here's the thing, right? There's a beautiful thing called movie magic, and she looks intimidating in a lot of her scenes. She's as tall, if not taller, than everybody she kind of runs up against in it. Now, Gal Gadot is a pretty tall lady in general, but no, you're right. She's not a 6'2" Amazon, right? But here's the thing. Neither was Linda Carter, right? So
no, but when they do the crossover and we end up seeing her standing next to Batman in a fight scene, she better be looking him eye to eye, if not looking down at him. Otherwise, I'm going to be upset.
Well,
we already saw that, though.
Yeah, we saw that. And here's the thing is what they do so well is during those fight scenes, you know, they have her looking intimidating and big compared to everyone else around her as well. It really, I had no trouble with it. I walked out of that film looking at it like, whoa, I cannot believe how good that was done. And every time that damn Wonder Woman music kicks in, that shit is, oh, it's so good. That is the dopest music ever, man. I love it.
Jeremiah in the chat room is agreeing with you wholeheartedly.
Absolutely. Jeremiah and I we know what's going on here, and you guys will know too once you go out and actually watch the film, man, because it is so much fun. I wish I could spoil every little piece of it right now and talk to all of you guys about it, but if you haven't seen it, I'll hold off for a week. I'll give you all 7 more days to get it handled.
Yeah, there is an article out there on Malice-Corp.com that the BigPapaMatt just dropped. He is in his quest for 100 to watch 100 films in the theater this year, and so he does have a review out there. I'm guessing there is spoilers in there, so
yeah. So actually,
watch the movie first, then go read it.
Yeah, I didn't actually drop any big plot things at all. I did everything I could to avoid that. A couple of times I got it down on the article where there was some things, but I removed it out. I pulled it. The big thing is it talks about the themes of this film. It talks about the things that are tackling here, and really it's also letting you guys know that Gal handles her business as Diana, and Patty Jenkins kills it. She effing kills it. I was so happy with the direction of this film and her vision of it, and great job, Patty. Awesome job.
Nice.
We got Jeremiah and Ken both going a little bit crazy in the chat channel, and Jeremiah says that the Wonder Woman theme song is the second best theme song in history. The only one better is Darth Vader.
Hey man, and that's great. That's the only thing that I could see beat it myself, man. It's I love that startup music with her, and you get it a couple times, and when you get it, you know it's about to go down, and it just gets you stoked, man. Like the whole theater. I felt the blood pressure rise when that theme song came on a couple times. Like it was a phenomenal feeling. It's a visceral movie going experience. And this right here, this Wonder Woman right now is it's kicking off the DCU. It's turning this into a legit series and universe for DC fans. Be thankful for it. Go support it. It deserves everything that you can give it, man. It really was phenomenal.
Right on. Awesome. I'm so excited to watch it tomorrow. I got my tickets all lined up. I've got like 7 people going. We're going to have a blast. We're going to wake up in the morning and eat popcorn and drink soda for breakfast and watch Wonder Woman. It's going to be fantastic. All right. What female superhero movies do you want to see? Let's get to that. And I want to hear from Igor real quick, because I know he's been waiting on this one. And I know he is our comic book genius, so I know he's probably got a great idea.
Well, great. I don't know, but optimism, yes. Definitely. I want to see, especially with we're talking about DC and them being in danger of getting it really right, I would like to see us go into more of the Batman family. I want to see either pretty much any one of the takes of Batwoman, because going back to the 60s to right now, she's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Right now, she's even trained Clayface in how to be a crime fighter. Or Batgirl, but not Barbara Gordon. No, I want Cassandra Cain.
Oh, nice. Nice pull.
She was really cool. Read the Chuck Dixon parts, ignore the other parts.
Absolutely. And of course, we've got Joss working on the Batgirl film right now. Don't have casting or anything yet, but we're getting closer. So certainly excited. And I know that's going to be the Barbara Gordon Batgirl, but that's a great pull. That's awesome.
I'll respect Babs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Respect her a little more as Oracle, but she killed it and everything that she put a cowl and cape on for.
Absolutely.
Myself, I'd love to see a Silk film personally. I love the Spider-Verse in general, and I would love to see Silk get a chance to show that you don't always have to be a hero to be a badass.
Yeah.
Just as long as they don't do another reboot of Spider-Man again, I'm down for Silk.
Not for another 20 years.
I need another Spider origin story. Like I said, I'm sick of origins.
No.
Never again.
Yeah, never again, I hope. I want.
Did you know Bruce Wayne's parents were shot?
No idea. Had no idea. But I want a rogue, not played by Anna Paquin, where she's absorbed, the powers of I want Miss Marvel, and
yes.
That's what I want, because in the comics it was so good, and they just dropped the ball with Rogue's character in the original trilogy of X-Men. And no disrespect to Anna Paquin, I do think she's actually a pretty decent actress. It just wasn't written very well, and I don't think she delivered it very well. she made Rogue too simpering and
It's
not.
really hard to deliver the lines that they wrote for her any other way, to be honest.
I know, and it was disappointing because her character is so just powerful and it wasn't delivered that way, and so she kind of was the Aquaman a little bit of the X-Men world for a while, where everyone was just disappointed in her, and so that's
Watch
what I
out!
want.
You say that too loud, Pete might just jump through the internet after you.
Well, you know what
Don't
I
be
mean,
ripping
though,
on Aquaman
like-
in front of Pete.
No, but that's what I mean, though. It's that idea of the internet mentality of this is a weak character, where he's not a weak character. He's a BAMF, and so is Rogue. And yet the internet has this mindset of, oh no, he's okay. He's okay. He wears the stupid colors. How badass could he be? And it's just like, oh, he can, kick ass and take names, and so can she. So that's what I would like.
Real quick before
I was gonna say we got some love from the chat room as well, man.
you got some great stuff in there. You want to go off there first, Matt, or you want me to throw out?
Man, we're getting shout outs for Gwenpool, for a better Mary Jane. We want to replace Kristen Dunst and remove her from our memories as well. Thank you for that, Jeremiah. Firestorm from Ken. Robert wants a better Spawn movie. He wants that thing to get deep and dark. So
I want to see, and I know Jack's a fan of what I'm about to say, but I want to see.
We got one more. Robert also wants to see Tom Hardy as the Punisher. He wants to see, as more of a Punisher.
Not on topic.
I don't know.
Yeah, I want to see more X-23.
Yeah, me too. That's where I was going to go next. That's the movie I want next.
Yeah,
especially right after Logan. It's fresh in people's hearts. Everybody, they left that open wound for us with Wolverine and X-23. I want to see it, and I would love to have the same actress come back. And I'm terrible with names. If somebody knows her name, that would be great. But and see her doing. I love the fact that I think it was you, Matt, that told me, or was it BCON, that all of her Spanish English mixes, that was her all ad-libbing, and that was just her just doing the lines. It was spot on. She delivered it hard and gritty. She went from being a sympathetic kid that needed help to being a raging feral Wolverine. It was great, and we've already got her origin story. We don't need nothing else from her. They could just go straight into something.
Yeah, totally agree. It's fresh on our minds. To me, Logan is still the best superhero movie I've seen so far, until probably tomorrow morning. But
that's a bold claim. That's a bold claim.
Marley wants to let us know that Logan did not die. That he just went to Australia to herd cattle. Keep it easy on himself. So
fair enough.
There's that. We're gonna get a second Logan, is what Marley's telling us. So I appreciate that, Marley. Breaking news.
I don't mind that at all. Let's talk real quick. We've got to kind of move along. We're going to give just a quick little, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just favorite female heroes in film. I'm going to steal yours, BigPapaMatt, but Sigourney Weaver, Alien. I mean, how can you go wrong with Ripley? I mean, a fantastic female performance. Just the cunning that she exhibited, the bravery, obviously just being a total BA, strong women leading roles. And that was at a time when that wasn't happening in films. You had, Stallone, and you had Schwarzenegger doing all their films with Conan and with the Rockies and with Rambos. And then you have Sigourney Weaver coming in like a total badass. And just bringing us that female flavor to action movies. Loved it. I stole it, but I'm not ashamed.
Yeah, no, for sure. Jeremiah actually just put in the chat, Uma Thurman in Kill Bill. Yes. Phenomenal pull. I absolutely agree with that. Yes. Huge fan of that.
Love them.
There's two women in my life in films and comic books and cartoons and shows that really changed my life, and BCON stole my first one in Sigourney. Number two, man, Carrie Fisher. Rest in peace, man. Princess Leia, till the day I die, man. She will always be
right there.
The best, man.
That was mine. Yeah, that was
mine.
Yeah, that was mine. my second pick would little unusual, but mostly just because we didn't get enough of it. But River Tam from Serenity and Firefly.
Oh yeah.
Summer
yeah.
Glau. I love Summer Glau, and I thought she killed that performance. And the fact that, I mean, Fox broke, I don't know how many hearts when they canceled Firefly, and the fact that they resurrected it into a movie, and we got some resolution, and we finally got to see River just kick some ass. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
that was awesome.
Well, then I'll throw out my second pick right there, and you're all gonna look at me like, "What the hell's he talking about?" Mary Poppins, Julie Andrews.
Oh, there you
I mean,
go.
I just remember being a kid,
spoonful of
and
sugar, man. Come on.
yeah, I just remember being a little
Makes
kid
that
and watching that with my
medicine go down.
grandmother.
Yeah.
You know, with
Yeah.
the Welsh grandma, and listening to them talk, and then listening to her talk, and go, "How come they sound so nice, Grandma? And you got that really hard accent, you know?"
I'm
But
gonna be honest with you though, I will never think of Mary Poppins the same after watching Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So, I'm not gonna ruin it if you guys haven't seen it, but
Spoilers.
spoiler. I will never think of her the same. She'll always be a little blue to me.
I
Now
need
you
to
guys
see
gotta
Mary
go watch
Poppins
it.
with a mohawk now.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, exactly.
yeah, but you got to admit, in the movie, you never crossed her. Nobody crossed Mary
Oh,
Mary
no.
Poppins. She was in control. She was a strong, and that goes back even further to a point where women in movies were not, you know, they weren't powerful people. They were just, you know, either window dressing or they were just something else. And she controlled that movie. She was in charge. And it was great. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Ken also let us know that Scarlett as Black Widow brought women kicking ass back to films, man.
Yes. Oh, you know what, dude? Jessica Jones, the Jessica
Yeah.
Jones series on Marvel, dude. What to this day? I'm going to tell you right now, and I've seen every single Marvel, Netflix connection, and Jessica Jones to this day is still my #1 favorite series on Netflix Marvel right now. It is so good, and man, she does a fantastic job in that series. So if you haven't seen Jessica Jones, you are missing out. You need to just go binge watch it right now.
It
In
was
15 minutes,
Did
was
you at least
really
wait till the podcast is over and then go binge watch it?
Well,
Yeah,
here's the
15
thing,
minutes,
man,
then go binge watch.
is Jessica Jones was phenomenal, but you can't have a great hero without a phenomenal bad guy. And Mr. Purple, David Tennant, was phenomenal in
Yes.
that, man.
True story there too. All right, so with that, no more additions. We're going to roll right into our nerd fight for this week. One thing we do want to do is, while we're talking nerd fight, we have some special things to throw out there because this week was phenomenal. We got a lot of love. We have lots of fans out there that love John Barrowman first. Lots of fans. He's the one that broke the site to begin with. So his fans just love him. You know how much I love him. Bless him. Total man crush. Love the guy. His fans came out and really pushed him from being almost last place into that third place spot. So I got some huge things to give out. I know SuperWhovianFreak has some huge things to give out. I'm gonna let her talk for just a moment, and we're gonna get scrolling some thank you names. Go ahead.
Me?
Any other yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, this was a big week. I picked Ketch as my villain because I thought it was just fun to finally see a human bad guy element on Supernatural. And David Hayden Jones, I mean, he killed the role. He is nothing like that character in real life. And he just came out and slayed that role to the point where you just loathed him on screen. That's how diabolical he was. And then David Hayden Jones, like I said, is nothing like that character. He's a sweetheart, and he's so interactive with his fans. He jumped on the poll the very first day it was out. I was at a barbecue, I tweeted it out, and all of a sudden, like, my phone just blew up. I had to put it somewhere for like 10 minutes. It couldn't even get my Twitter phrase out. It just kept going tweet, 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 tweet. And I was just like, oh my God, like I had to turn it off. And throughout the whole week, you know, people were just, I think it got like 90 retweets from 90 different people. So it was insane, and it was so much fun interacting with everyone, hearing them talk about, oh, well, the writers on one hand, like, but, that's just the power that David Hayden Jones has, the power to suck you in and make you love his character, even though at the same time you wanted him dead, And it was fun. It was a fun week. And so, but there were a few big people that we were talking to a lot. At Boho Witch, or Hex Parker, her Twitter name was Hex Parker. She was really, I think she tweeted it every day, and was coming in to talk with us. At DHJ Catchlings, he was coming in and tweeting it every day as well, talking with everyone. Tank E Winchester, Castiel Dreamer.
Sarah, can you do me a quick favor and kind of shift to your right a little bit, because all those thankful names are.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I don't have that screen up. I was looking at the names, my notes, and so there was, like I said, and all your names are scrolling by right now. If I don't say it, I'm sorry, but those were the ones that I remember talking to the most. Oh, and then at Monarch Misha was another one that got really involved. And so it was just really fun. All week long, my Twitter, like I said, was just blowing up, and I got to talk. I got to meet a whole lot of people, and it was really fun.
Yeah, and if you see your name, please take a screenshot, tweet it at us. We had a bunch of our West Allen fans do that last week. We're glad if you came back to join us as well, but we would love to read off every name, but we would be here for a whole other hour. I mean, literally, we would be here for another hour. So if you see your name, we're just going to keep that thing running, but definitely take a screenshot, send it to us, give us that love back, and, we'll send it right back to you again. So we definitely appreciate all of you. It wouldn't be any fun to do this without you guys. So we were very sincere in saying that this is a labor of love. None of us get paid to do this. Most of us are forking out money just to keep it running. Thank you, Jack. So, hey, we want to just say thank you. And with that, let's jump right into picking for this week's Nerd Fight. So with our number one pick in the Nerd Fight draft, SuperWhovianFreak.
So we're going, the question again this week is your favorite female comic book hero, someone who comes from a comic book verse. I'm going to go with my first love, female superhero, and I know she didn't start from the comics, but comics spawned from it. And I'm going with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She was the first hero I ever watched, first, inspiration to get me into that, and from there it was just pop, 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 and
Nice.
Everything flooded in. So I'm gonna just give it up to the first one that got me hooked, and that was Buffy.
So Sarah Michelle Gellar, first pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Which, she's amazing. She's amazing.
She is. Whole cast was amazing.
Absolutely. So I think our second pick is going to the fans. So our fans, we had a little Twitter poll going out there to ask who you wanted to pick. So I think you have those numbers tallied up.
Yeah. Are we taking just the first one?
Just the first one. Just the first one.
Okay, so the first one, the one that got the most votes with 41, was Iris West from The Flash. So we're repping Iris again, and they have spoken.
Yes, they have spoken big time.
All right, so third pick goes to me, and hopefully you guys don't kill me on this one, because I do watch more than just the CW. I promise you I do. But I have been totally just stuck on iZombie lately. And so my pick is actually going to be Rose McIver. And I think she is just amazing in the way that she takes her own character, and then she's got to go off the wall with some random character because she ate someone's brain. And the way that she just keeps it going week after week after week with a new little bit of twist. She's my favorite right now, and I'm glad that the show's still on so that I can actually be watching something on TV while I'm waiting for the Flash and Arrow and everything else to return. So my pick's Rose McIver.
It's a good solid pick, and she's a great actress.
She's amazing.
And the one I wanted to look didn't look. BCON, move to your right so the text is on your face.
I can't read and talk at the same time. I can't do two things at once. Everybody knows this.
I want Mest back.
The craziest part about this is that it's still going, and that just shows you guys how awesome the fans are right now, you guys. And that is just so amazing to see it, man. Thank you all so much for that. That's a lot of great people there. So catch all of your names scrolling here on my face as it goes by. So
well, I think you're up next. So
yeah, I am actually, and I'll move to my left so I don't get yelled at like the rest of you hacks. You know, after watching the movie this week, I mean, I was really excited seeing Wonder Woman get her shine finally. And one of those things for me that I really want to make sure is going out is, if the chat wants it, I'll let them have it for sure. But sorry, I beat y'all to it. So I'm taking Wonder Woman, man, because that movie was phenomenal. And it was just awesome. I loved everything about it. Gal Gadot crushed it. So I'm taking the WW.
What would be Mike?
go ahead, Rudy.
Okay, well, people, for myself, as I've said before, my favorite superhero is Batman, and I certainly hope everyone can hear me halfway decent this time.
Yeah.
Oh, you sound
You're
great.
good. You're great.
Amazing.
Killing it.
So my absolute love for Batman, and this is no knock against Suicide Squad, because it's not anti-Suicide Squad, but it's my girl, Harley Quinn, from the
Oh.
original Batman series, though. The original cartoon that I fell in love with. Honestly, I mean, Harley Quinn has always been such an amazing character. I love the whole fact that she transitioned from the cartoon to the comics. I fell in love with the original cartoon. I love it. I love Batman, love the whole universe. And honestly, as many of my, if not all of my relationships can attest, I'm kind of attracted to the crazy. So Harley speaks to me. She really does.
There you go.
So you guys you're stealing all of the chat
Oh no.
suggestions. Ooh.
Yeah, so I've bowed out and given my Wonder Woman to the fans, and I'm gonna switch to Princess Leia.
There you go. There it is.
Take Carrie.
There you go. Nice. Those amazing picks. This week's gonna be crazy. Igor, do you have a pick for us this week? Or did we steal your pick too? What do you think, Igor?
Oh, is he going where I think he's going? I think he's pointing to a butt.
You know that silhouette. That was supposed to be her head. That was supposed to be her head.
it was her butt. I think your finger knew what you really meant.
I am so professional. But it is absolutely going to be Susan Storm Richards, the Invisible Woman. Hands down.
You're trying to
Because
find a picture of her, but she's invisible on the page. Is that what's going on?
it's ironic, man. It is ironic. But not only started off very much who she is today, because there's a lot of criticisms that back in the 60s saying, oh, women didn't do much. Man, in the first 20 issues of the series, she got the original supervillain, the Submariner, to stand down just by saying, whoa, what do you think you're doing? And we finished the entire series with them fighting an elemental force of the universe, winning, and their home getting blown up again. And she's feeling a little dragged out and sad about this, but when her son walks in, as she's sitting there in the wreckage, what's her first thought? Oh, honey, don't step on the glass.
Yeah.
She's the glue that team
Igor,
together.
the fans are
and
letting you
Sue
know
Storm.
that you can have Sue Storm all you want. You just can't have the Jessica Alba version from the movies. So
Jessica who? Jessica Jones? That's a great show.
no, Jessica Alba from the shows, from the movies, the Fantastic Four movies.
Oh, her superhero thing, that James Cameron show? Yeah, that was good.
Love it. All right, who do we have from? So with the chat channel is going to go with Wonder Woman, right?
Yep.
Good there. Jack, do you want to throw anybody in, Jack?
You guys, we talked about her earlier.
I take everybody.
Nobody picked her, and I'm telling you, you got to go with X-23. You got to go with
Okay.
X-23. I mean, and even Daphne Keane. Oh my God, for being such a young actress, she nailed that. I hope I'm saying that right, because I'm terrible with names. You could somebody could pronounce it for me, and I'd be like, huh? But I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm going to throw out the producer pick for this week is being X23. Got to go with it.
Absolutely. And if you haven't seen those videos, they're all over YouTube. They're the casting videos with her and Hugh Jackman, and she's reading the script, and she stops in the middle and asks if she can improvise the script. And it's the scene where they're in the car and they're arguing about going to Montana, and and she just implements in her own version of mixing English and Spanish, and it's amazing just watching her do it while reading the script, and the way that they interact together and the chemistry that they had, and for her being just so young and the talent being so obvious. I agree, man. What an amazing future that she has in show business, and can't wait to see what we're going to see next with X23. So that's some great picks, people. Good job out there too. Nice chat going on. We had some great picks, some great comments, and now our time is just about over. Unfortunately, we are going to roll over to Jack real quick because he does want to plug a very, very cool thing that's happening locally in San Diego.
Oh yeah, I talked about it on the last podcast briefly, but I got a little bit more information for you. This 14th of this month at the Sky High Comics over in San Marcos. It's a nice comic book shop that I frequent quite often. There's going to be a comic book signing. A author for a brand new book, one of the co-authors of a brand new book, To Kill a Minotaur. It's a little reconception of the whole Greek mythology of the Minotaur and Captain King Minos and all that stuff. But what's really cool is this guy that's going to be there signing the comic books. His name is I butcher names all the time. Chris Pacetto. Pacetto?
Yeah, Pacetto. You had it right.
Yeah, but you guys may not know him, but he's got a writer's credit for Air, the movie. He's got a writer's credit for Red Dead Redemption. He's got a writer's credit for Destiny 2. So he's working on Destiny 2 right now. So it's a big deal. Pretty big author there. This is his first comic book release that he's going to be doing, and he's going to be over there signing all the books for everybody that comes and picks one up. So
ask him if he could get Red Dead 2 to come out sooner instead of getting all those delays that we keep getting now.
Yeah, well,
we're back to fall 2018, by the way.
Oh yeah, but it's a big deal. Anyways, but also too, real quick, don't forget that's also the Army's birthday. Just tossing that one out there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Hey, so with that, we're just going to roll around and just see where we can follow everybody, starting with SuperWhovianFreak. Go ahead.
You can follow me on Twitter at SuperWhovianNut, and you can follow me on Instagram at SuperWhovianFreak.
Right on. NudieRudie.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at NudieRudie, on Twitter at NudieRudie, and the official Malice-Corp Instagram. Please stay tuned because tonight I'll have a few little inside surprises for you from a galaxy far, far away, and a few familiar scumbags.
Okay. And he will be fully clothed, we promise.
Maybe.
You can.
For Harley.
Oh, yes. he's...
You can check out Igor, all your stuff on MaliceCorp.com, right? Is that the best place to follow you?
And if you want any Fantastic Four adventures, I'll be streaming this weekend on Twitch. Harris_Doubleton, like double down but with no W.
Nice. So we'll make sure that we have that in the notes as well. Definitely check that out. You can follow the BigPapaMatt where?
Yeah, so the BigPapaMatt, MaliceCorp.com, Instagram, and Twitter. That for you guys. Also, Son of Maku on Snapchat. Man, come see my newest and latest, greatest version of my Wonder Woman makeup on that. It was had myself some filter fun the other day with that release coming.
Amazing guy liner.
Yeah.
You can also follow my newest journey They might be going to the dentist kind of soon. I'm having some pain here, so we'll see where that goes. I'll live tweet it for you guys to see how that worked out. But
Super
also on Nerd Mosh Pit, the newest podcast in the podcast family here at Malice-Corp. Check us out, man. We're on episode 3. We just released that on Wednesday. We're having a blast with it. Me, Kenny, and Nick. We're loving some of the feedback we're getting from you guys. So check that on the website, Nerd Mosh Pit. You can also follow us on Twitter at Nerd Mosh Pit as well.
All right. You can follow Jack Malice at Jack_Malice.
Thank you.
I'll steal it for you.
Yeah, at Jack_Malice, and of course you can always follow the main Malice-Corp website, Twitter at Malice-Corp, and you can follow this podcast. I'm stealing it from you at MaliceCast.
Dang.
Nice.
Well, we've had a lot of fun today. You can follow me at BCON_Malice-Corp on Twitter. Yeah, and you can follow Mest. So if you guys do follow Mest, you don't follow Mest, he's Mest_Malice-Corp. He's gone on vacation, so make sure you give him a lot of hashtag have a fun. And
Yeah,
I know we've had a fun here with all of you tonight. So make sure you stay tuned during the week for all the different things that'll be coming out on the website, all the articles. We'll have the Nerd Fight results out sometime tomorrow. We'll have the new Nerd Fight poll launching. That'll be actually like 12:01 tomorrow, I guess Sunday morning. So we'll have that thing fresh out in the morning. We'll be tweeting all about it next week. So we're definitely looking forward to hearing what you have to say about that, and being able to have you continue to join us as we go on to episode 12 next week. So,
God.
and yeah, and if you weren't happy with the results, if you wanted those SPN writers to win because you think they're just the evilest characters out there, make sure you hashtag creams my cheese.
Because they do.
One last real quick note there for you. To support Malice-Corp, of course, tune in here and subscribe. Pound those like buttons for us. Subscribe, watch as many videos as you can stand. But then also on the Malice-Corp website, you can support us anytime you like by coming on over there, hitting one of our affiliate links and doing some Amazon shopping. That always helps us out as much as you possibly can or decide you want to.
Yeah. Father's Day is coming up, man. Get dad something cool from Malice-Corp, man.
Absolutely. Well, hey, it's been fun. Definitely keep in touch with us on Twitter, and make sure you come back next week, same time, same YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, please share, tell your friends about us. We're so happy to have you guys join us in the live chat. Thank you for all the fun. I'm looking forward to reading. Hey, this thing stays live on the live chat for a few minutes afterwards, so hey, feel free to hang out and give us your thoughts afterwards as well. But hey, we appreciate all of you so very much. And until next week, stay nerdy out there.